So guys, how did you like the sound of the car? I think you never get bored of that. I can see the temptation there of many people just to go straight pipes and remove the second silencers just to get a bit of more of that V8 raw coming out. But I think at my age, I like my comfort these days, and the humming sound that it gives you during the ride is just enough. You know, it can't be mistaken. You know it's a V8, and I don't think it needs much more than that. So we're gonna do a little test drive. So firstly, from the sitting position, seats, lovely. Seats very comfortable, like the lumbar support, always have it that way. And the one thing to point out, I'm 6 foot tall, so currently I'm seated at the lowest position, so you can't go down more than that. And I feel that I'm sitting slightly high, so anyone taller than me would have, you'll see, I'll put the GoPro from my point of view, and you probably notice that you may feel a little bit high, but it's fine. My steering wheel is all the way to me, and I like it quite low, so that's the way it is. I might raise it up a bit just for you guys to see the dashboard when we drive, but fine. I'll find myself positioned really comfortable, and it's a really nice place to be in. So let me set up my GoPro, and we're gonna take it for a drive. Okay, and I'm back, looking a bit stupid. There you go. So recording's on the GoPro. I'll try and interchange the videos somehow in video editing as we go along. This, just checking now, it looks like it is recording. So just let's fire it up. I just hope you get good sound through the mic of the car. Yeah. So how does it sound inside? In real, to my ears, it's beautiful. Sounds amazing. Right, let's set off. I'll try and get to a little faster part of road as well, if I can, just to show you the acceleration. I mean, here in the UK, it's only 70 miles an hour. You can't go over that speed, even on motorways, so not amazing. But so the steering wheel, the wooden bits, it's the first car I had with the wooden steering wheel, and it feels beautiful. I mean, apart from my wife's groin, that's the second best thing I want to touch. I think is splendid. So steering actually quite light, which I'm surprised, because I had 2005 CLS, I've had 2003 E-Class, and all of those cars, the steering feels a little bit heavy. Now in this one, it feels really good, and the best thing obviously is the suspension. Well, engine, gearbox and suspension is just defining this car. So if you got a problem with ABC, active body control, the suspension system in these cars, do try and keep it. I know loads of people do change it into the what do you call it, just normal struts, springs, coils, but honestly I don't think it will ever be the same car. The way this feels and drives on the ABC suspension, it's something you'll never experience anywhere else. I think it makes the car in itself. So what it does is hydraulic system, and in this facelift model they've added some tech that the car is checking the weight of the car. Every time you set off, you get passengers in or anything or luggage, it will just get the weight of the car right. So what it does, it will always keep the car level. So even on a heavy acceleration, the front doesn't go up, and also during braking it doesn't dive down this way. But also if you normally this car, so my expectation of driving this car was it'll be a bit of a boat maybe, but because of the suspension ABC, it doesn't roll. So normally these cars don't invite you to do corners really quick, because they just don't feel like they handle very well. But with this, it's different. It's just witchcraft to me. The way it just cheats the laws of physics. It's just so good. So if you find yourself hitting corners a little bit faster than you should, no problem at all. You won't even feel it that much. The car will just stay level, stay planted. That's a beautiful thing. So I don't know if you feel the sound a little bit. So normally this is 5-speed automatic gearbox, bulletproof gearbox from Mercedes. On normal cruising around, it's got sport and comfort selection here. That's pretty much all you can do. Plus left and right, you can shift gears yourself. You don't want to do that ever. Being in comfort, you cruise along. The car's it's hardly over 2000 RPMs. Even going up here, it's got so much power that it doesn't have to shift down and to give you, unless you want to accelerate really fast. There is a little button under the accelerator. If you go all the way down, hitting that button, it will reduce to the lowest gear possible to give you the takeoff that you desire, and such takeoff will be really good. It really, so it's different sort of acceleration. If you're a bit more of a road racer guy, so this isn't the car for you, because the way it accelerates doesn't give you the kick in your neck. It's just pushing the car level forward, and you hear the noise is just getting better, and before you know it, you're doing your 70 miles an hour. Car doesn't struggle at all. So sitting in here, double glazed windows, it's fairly quiet. I think I feel like there is a bit more road noise than I expected from this sort of car, but nothing that you know, put you off or worry you. It's just, you can feel. Also the roads aren't amazing as well, so it depends what surface you're on. This could increase or decrease. So what else? I don't know if you can see the dash, the dials. So these are the same as of an S-Class of that era, and they're really nice. They're nice and bright. You know what's there, nothing unnecessary. You got your little digital display as well. I normally keep it on the speedo, digital speedo, and you have to keep an eye on that speedo, because before you know it, you're just going over the speed limit, so you can get yourself in a bit of a pickle. So the car is nice and warm. It's just around the 90 degrees water temperature that it wants to be. I'm hoping that camera will stay, so also you will feel that, I don't know, we can actually test it watching the video back. How does this camera pick up any imperfections on the road? Because this is fixed on a fixed bracket, so there's no play or room to help stabilization. So if it wiggles around you'll see it. But I think with this suspension, it shouldn't be much of an issue. We'll be coming closely to a bit faster roads, which would be nice. So obviously if you change it to the sport mode, the gearbox will allow you to rev a little bit higher. Also will shift down a little bit earlier to give you more revs, more power, more takeoff. Currently everything's on comfort. Suspension's just normal suspension. You got the ABC Sport, which stiffens it up. You've got the button to increase the suspension. It will go up twice, so it's two little lights there, so you can go increase a little bit up and you can go all the way up. And then the car looks a bit funny. It looks like SUV on wheels, even though it's two-door coupe luxury. Sunroof, you've seen it already. Maybe we'll leave it open, give you better light. The view is really good in this car. Good size mirrors. The pillars aren't too wide. You haven't got the blind spots really. So looking either in the back view through the rear mirror is pretty good. So yeah, you feel safe. Okay, someone's come in. Okay, now we'll try and get to that road there. It's a bit of a traffic. I was hoping it'll be a little bit less than that. I'm gonna put it on the sport mode in anticipation, because there'll be national speed limit on that road in just a moment, and just to give you maybe a little try to see. Really? What? Yeah, I was in my lane. Never mind. So that's it. Let's see. So we should be coming. So 40 miles an hour limit here. Cruising. So the road noise is slightly more prominent. This road surface is actually terrible. So I'm gonna let this guy go, so he doesn't feel intimidated. So this is now national limit on this road, so I could put my foot down. It's just a lot of traffic though. So doing 50 now. Alright, he's coming over. Let's try and get in. And we're off. So braking's a little bit lazy, I'd say. It's got ventilated disc quite large at the front, but you just need to get the feel of the car. So that was 70 miles an hour, so we're doing 40 now again. So try and go on the right lane. Let's see what the Countryman Mini does. Yeah. You definitely don't need any more power than this has. So cruising at 70 now, you can forget about anything. So I don't know how the sound in the cabin is. I can hear the road noise a little bit more now. Going back to so we're gonna just turn around here and come back a bit. It should be slightly less traffic there. But yeah, on the acceleration, it just goes smooth. In the sport, it shifted a little bit quicker, which is nice. In general, the solid gearboxes, they're really bulletproof. You do have to service them, so I'll tell you that much. Just to keep them going, keep them as smooth as they can be. Which now, if I was blindfolded and maybe couldn't hear anything, I would probably not know when it changes gears at all. I mean, it's doing it now. It's done it now. It's absolutely nothing. No feedback in terms of any jerking or anything at all on the car. Funny thing that I've noticed is the indicator light on the dash. I don't know if you can see it now, but them arrows which tells you which way you indicate, they're the biggest ones I've seen in any car I had before. I don't know if you can see it now. Maybe they're massive, so you know whether you're going left or right. So we're on the traffic light now. We'll try and take off a little bit faster. Okay, and we go. And that's it, we are at the speed limit, so can't really do more than that. But the car feels, so this is a bit of the road. We're in this slight corner. It just feels steady and planted. I'm really not, I feel the car the way I want to. Feel safe. Pretty good. I might go straight ahead actually, just to get to the roundabouts. Too many cars there. Let's see if I can get through this way a little bit quicker. Yep. No, there's always one, isn't it? Well, that's it. I don't want to intimidate anyone. Still national speed limit. He might go left so we can go a bit faster, maybe. Shifting now. and I already got him. So it's like, you want to be here, you want to be there, put your foot down, all of a sudden you're there. Right, so you need to slow down now. I don't want to be over the speed. And that's it. So the car in general, perfect cruiser, right? This is, I don't know what more you can ask from the car. Like, the sitting position is amazing, the feel, the materials, the steering wheel feel, the sound this engine makes. I think this is it. So every time I buy a car, I always say, okay, this is my car, I'm gonna keep it forever, right? So, and it was the same with this one. But I've got this disease. I'm very, very ill. And as soon as I get a car, I'll do everything on it, and then I'll just start looking for another car. And with this one, I'm like, there's no way I'll need anything else ever again. And guess what? I've got someone coming in to view the car today. That's why I thought I'll come back and do this video to complete the whole part of this CL500 video for the channel, because I think he's gonna buy it. And I'll give you a little spoiler alert a little bit later on what car is gonna replace it. I don't know if that's a good choice that I'm making, which you can tell me in the comments later, of the car that replaces it. It's also a V8, I'll tell you that much, but for me, this is good. As a daily, I could live with it. The only problem I have is I've got 3 children, and I do daily school runs. Pretty much most days it's me, so in this car, so they come in and out. The car is kept in really good condition, and the beige carpets, you have to keep reminding your kids, you know, be careful, don't step there, mind your shoes, this and that. And I don't want to be that guy and do it, so they keep, you know, you have to let them through to the back. It's not bad, I could live with it, but 4-door saloon V8, I guess, could do a better job in my case anyway. So we got the lorry coming in here now. Wow, okay. I'm gonna go this way. But otherwise, I think fuel consumption wise, so let me, I don't know if you can see. So I've reset this car when I bought it, just to see. So I've done, oh, sorry. Range. So after reset, so I've done 1250 miles in this car with average speeds of 18 miles per hour. Will he let us go? Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. And the average miles per gallon, the car tells me, is 17.4. So my usage is mainly city drives, bad school runs, shop trips, and this and that, where obviously your mileage will be slightly higher. Your miles per gallon will, sorry, your miles per gallon will be lower. I think according to Mercedes, the city cycle should be about 14.6 miles per gallon, which is easily achievable. I think it's probably spot on for purely city, even with start stops, traffic lights, and this and that. But the best thing, so I do take this car to work sometimes. I work in London, so it's about 18 miles trip, and it's a mixed sort of, so I leave the house, I get to motorway M1, and then I get to kind of dual carriageway with average speeds of 40 miles an hour, and then bit of a city coming into London. And on normal day, I usually go early morning or late evenings. The best I've done in this car was 25.7 miles to the gallon. So if you have this car as a daily and you no longer do school runs and stuff like that, so say you got this car and you come out, say okay, I'll go and meet someone, it's 30 miles away, and you drive it normally, if you got clean bit of a road, if you want to push it a little bit, then you'll never be below 20 miles per gallon, which I think for the age of the car and for the power delivery and for everything you got for the weight of it, I think it's really good. It's really good. So if we can get to 25, so I don't know, purely motorway runs, I haven't had a chance yet to do a full, say, 100-200 mile journey on the motorway, which is a bit of a shame. Don't know, so I don't know how much better it can do. I think this camera stopped recording for some reason. Was it recording at all? I don't know. So yeah, what else can I tell you? So electric mirrors, obviously they work. Electric seats, cooled and ventilators, all working. AC is brilliant. It's really nice. You got these buttons that they still feel like they're new. So it's nice and quiet there. Don't know if it's worth showing you the sound system. Let's go here. There's a bit of a traffic there. No one behind me. Please don't hate me. Let's get back to speed. Yeah, I'll show you the sound. So this one doesn't have the optional Bose sound system, so it's a standard one. I'm just gonna play some music. Decent enough, I'd say. Yeah, you got your sat nav, which works. I'd say it's highly out of date. Let's press them out just to show you how it looks like. Just gonna turn back here. And it has very nice. Sorry, no more music. The car has really good presence on the road. So normally, apart from the guy earlier, people just let you in. They don't hate you, you know, unless you put big aftermarket wheels on it, you tint it all around, you put private plate and stuff like that, then people probably look at you a bit of a gangster. Come on, let him through. But otherwise, this I know I can drive this thing to any occasion. I can park in Hilton Hotel in London and everyone would want to serve me, take my luggage and everything else. So this, it always have good impression. Whoever knows a little bit about cars, any interest, they remember these cars, whenever they see this car, they comment and they stop me that. So it's not a proper magnet for, you know, notorious people and, you know, stopping you and talking to you, but nice sort of comments that you get, and random people sometimes start talking to you, but nothing too intrusive. So I think this kind of completes the video. So tell me, guys, what you think. So this is my first video. I hope this sounds good. I hope you know, you can see really well. I think I'm under the sunlight now, so I'm just gonna turn around. Little doggies there. Sorry. Don't worry, I'm gonna run you over. So obviously they see I've got cameras everywhere, so they'll be interested and see what I'm up to. But yeah, tell me, guys, what you think. If you want it as a daily, you can have it. So calculate this is lower tax bracket as well, so it's 395 for a year, which is pretty good. And this is ULEZ compliant, which I know the ULEZ scam just ruined cars, you know, ownership for many. So if you affected by it like I am, this still meets the ULEZ standards, so you can drive it into London and in the ULEZ areas at no fee. So yeah, tax not too bad. It's not bad to insure. With my postcode, I'm probably paying about $560 a year for this car, fully comp. Fuel consumption I told you about, so you can get it into high 20s but if it depends where you use it, so school runs and stuff like that, you probably end up being 13, 15, but then you make up for it somewhere else. So this car seemed to think my last 1200 miles was about 28 sorry, 17 and a half, got distracted, 17 and a half miles per gallon. It is what it is, but it gives it back. It gives it back plenty. In terms of any problems mechanically, I didn't have any yet. I know one of the brake lines is corroded front of sight. Slight play in the track rod end, the same wheel. So I was quoted by the garage, not Mercedes this time, about 325. So replace the brake pipe, brake fluid, do the alignment, and track rod 324 and some pence. So it's, I didn't think it was too bad. So you see the buyer that comes to see it, I told him about it, even though you can't feel it on the car, but I'd like them to know, and you know, they can kind of budget for it. What else? So I know discs and brakes, disc and brake pads were done. So parts bought from Mercedes not long ago, so that you're looking about 450 pounds for discs and pads, so not terrible. You find another garage to fit it. I'm guessing oil change, it's about 8 liters of oil that it takes. I think you get it from Mercedes about 160, 150, I think, or 40, something like that. So that's the cost of that. Tires, not too bad, just normal tires. They're not run flats or anything. And I think, you know, if you give this sort of car what it wants at when it wants, it will pay you back plenty, because there's nothing else that drives like this that I've owned anyway. I drove different cars, but this is truly special. So that's that. I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, so with this car as well, so when I was looking for one, so this car came up, and it was it's 4 owners currently, but the second owner, he bought it 2004 and kept it all the way until mid 2023. So pretty much one owner car, and all the service history is with the same dealership that supplied the car. So obviously that's something you want to try and aim for, I would say. It doesn't have to be Mercedes, also Mercedes specialist, it'll be perfect, but at least some record of regular, you know, maintenance on the car. I would rather have this. So this is 100,000 miles. This car's done, I've clocked 100,000 in it. So I'd rather have 100,000 fully documented Mercedes history than say 60,000 miles. Would probably someone ask more money for because of the mileage, but then it was parked under the tree for 8 years, and as you start using the car, the bushes are worn and God knows what else, everything's coming up. You know, the engine oil is 6 years old, and yeah, so I think mileage is not you know, bad for these cars. They will go on forever, the engine, the gearbox. So they were with the ABC suspension, I would just recommend to try and keep fixing whatever goes wrong, rather than waiting for it to all collapse, because then, you know, if you look at the cost of the ABC strut from Mercedes, I rang them directly to see how much it is. Initial quote was for the front about 1,570 pounds, 1,400 for the rear. And then the guy just corrected himself, sorry, I just gave you the price for the refurbished ones. We no longer do them. You can buy the brand new ones, and they are 1870, I think, fronts, and 17 something for the rear. So when it comes to that, I guess if everything else is, you know, spot on and you can swallow that one, then do it. But I would just look for companies who you can send your one and they can refurbish it for maybe a third of that, and you still got the original one. They probably should give you warranty. I would like if you know anyone, if you guys do this sort of stuff, the ABC suspension component, and you can deal with those, please leave the comments. I think everyone would like to know, you know, get some quotes from you, because this is the most common thing on these, but I think it should be treated as and when, and it should be on the car. I wouldn't go coils and springs on this car. Very Mercedes, so flagship Mercedes car. Right, I'm talking a bit gibberish now, so I think we're gonna end right here. Please like and subscribe if you know, it's not for me, but for the car mainly. If you got any issues you went through, you can, you know, do share, leave the comment, and soon I'll be uploading a little spoiler of the car that will replace this one. It's in a bit of a state. It's in a bit of a state, but I think you might like it. It's something quite rare, much rarer than this. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.